Alright, everyone. Hope all your exams are going well. Fortunately, I've nearly finished mine, which is good, and of course, I'm looking forward to it. Because not just because I don't like exams, but it means I get to spend more time making videos. Now, because I still have exams, and obviously I need to revise, so today's video is going to be a little more chill than my usual shitty commentaries. So, considering I'm quite busy, I thought I'd just tell you guys a story because obviously I'm a learned copy and everything. But anyway, let's get into it. So back when I was in the middle of like secondary school, I used to get the bus every morning, and my bus stop was just quite far away from my house, so I had to walk for at least like 10 minutes to get there. And I lived quite far away from my school, so I had to get up really early and get ready really quickly as well, so I didn't miss the bus. But on this particular day, I was a bit short on time because I'd woken up a bit later than usual, so I had to rush out the house and jog to the bus stop. So and as I got to the top of the hill, because at the bus stop that I used to get to school is on this top of this quite high and long hill. So obviously, because I was late, I had to run, and I was about I don't know about half up the hill, I guess, and obviously I was getting a bit tired because obviously I was running, so I was a bit out of breath. So I decided, yeah, okay, let's just walk because I could see at this point I could see the bus stop at the top of the hill, so I knew I was going to get there on time. And as I was walking, I saw this man. He was jogging towards me on the same side of the road, and from what I could see, he was wearing like a high vis jacket, some like quite high shorts that were up to at least his like kind of mid thigh area, and rather large builders type boots. Now, of course, I didn't really pay that much attention because at first I just thought he was another stranger. So he just walks past. I nod to him, as you do, and then suddenly as he walks past, he turns around and says, "Oi, oi, mate, have you heard of the boxer Chris Eubanks?" And I was like, yeah, yeah, I have." And he says, "Yeah, oh, yeah, well, I'm his brother." And I was like, "Well, okay, well, fair enough." Now, at this point, I was getting pretty suspicious, to be honest, because I don't really know many strangers that would come up to someone and tell them that they were a brother of some famous boxer. So I kind of just stood there a bit awkwardly listening to him. He starts saying that he was involved in some sort of car crash, and he was covering for his brother. So and I was like, I don't really know how to react to that because I thought he was just kind of making it up. So immediately I was a bit cautious on how to react to the situation. So I kind of just backed off, telling him that my bus was coming, and luckily it was, to be honest, because I was getting pretty weirded out by what he was saying. Like he was saying that schools should say that homosexuality was wrong and shit, and I was like, so I was pretty fucking freaked out. As I was walking away from him, he insisted that I take this leaflet he was giving me. So I did, just hoping that it would kind of just go away, and luckily he did. So I turned around, got on the bus, and sat down, just kind of thinking about what happened because it was pretty weird. And I remembered that he'd given me this leaflet, so I took it out of my pocket, and weirdly, it was like a Chinese restaurant leaflet, if I remember correctly. And I thought, why is he giving me this? So I opened it up, and he had just written all over it inside, and he's just ranting about loads of weird shit, like fucking that like the News of the World newspaper had like covered up the story, and just loads of like fucking conspiracy shit, basically. So I was pretty like weirded out by that. So I just kind of like I just closed it and threw it away, and that was the end of that. So that was the end of that story, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was something different from my usual content, but at least it tells you a little more about me. And also, sorry about the length of the video. It's a bit shit, to be honest. And yeah, but I've been really busy lately with exams, as I've said it before. But yeah, if you did enjoy the story, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.